I hate to break the fishing news after Chuck, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
Yep.
All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today. Our pre-show today, where we just try to say 20 minutes worth of shit in 5 minutes because we can't talk about it on the air. Our pre-show today,
fantastic,
unbelievable.
Yeah,
there was
lost tapes.
A handful of topics that all were not safe for work, that were all more horrifying than the last.
Just talking about current events.
Yep. Sometimes you got it. Life's hard though.
You need a safe space to vent.
Yes. Surrounded by microphones that are sort of
the
turned
windows
off.
are closed. Thankfully, all the people on the patio outside would have heard that chat.
Tough one. When you run out of hockey, you got to look.
What else are you going to talk about?
Well, it's an insane world. Matt Tkachuk is suddenly likable.
Wow.
Well,
I would say that.
Man, he's a gig. It's funny how, like, where was this guy for the Flames last year?
Yeah, he disappeared. In the second round, he didn't do much at all.
Yeah, like it's very.
He was good in the first round, bad in the second round because the Oilers didn't pay attention to his bullshit, right? That was kind of one of the things.
So I haven't watched any of that series.
Respect.
Not 1 minute.
Good man.
Was Carolina buying into his shit?
Brent Burns kind of speared him last game.
Yeah,
right,
got him right in the beans.
Right in the
that
goalies.
Sam Bennett hit on Slavin.
Oh man.
Wow.
Feel bad for Slavin because he was struggling to get up, but that's a hard hit.
That is a hard hit.
And hitting the boards after getting hit.
That is a classic
And it was
case of you need to know who's on the ice when you're playing.
And almost Slavin looked like he was flying through the air in slow motion.
Because he's a big guy.
Hell of a hit.
You got to know who your teammates are, your Chuck.
Yeah. The two biggest.
You don't know who's on the team, what
Who's
they're
on there?
capable
You're
of
playing
doing.
against, of course.
Who are you with? What can they do? These are the questions.
What they do outside of
You should know a little
game.
bit. You should know a little bit.
It is
more.
something to look at this.
Well, due
Panthers team.
diligence, I think we're asking for.
Yeah.
Like their three best players, two of them have been traded to them by the Calgary Flames.
Yes.
And then like obviously Bob and Net, but like their best forwards, it's like traded by the Flames. And like Sam Bennett for 2 second-round picks. I mean, at the time it was kind of like, wasn't working in Calgary. They had to change it up. Didn't get along with whoever. But man, is that guy ever good.
Oh, he's
duality
a playoff. He's such a gamer.
Everybody they got stinks. Everybody they lost is rocking.
Yeah.
Oh, the best. They're like the anti-Flames.
They are.
And that's probably why it's likable.
Yeah. 8 seed too. It's got that good story to it. After so many years of like Tampa, Colorado, Tampa against this good team.
And most of them are like, I don't like it in Canada. It's cold. And then they go to Florida and just light the world on fire.
Yeah.
Tkachuk has scored like so many big goals.
He scored 3 game winners in the conference final.
He was
They only
involved
played
in
4
all
games.
4 of the game winners in that series.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
His
man.
celebration after the second OT winner when he was just like off the ice.
Yeah.
And just like down the tunnel
Bus
and
and
out.
10. Let's
Sick.
go. No, yeah, business. Oh, man, it was. And then what was even more impressive was Rod the Bod's press conference.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
People are going to say we got swept. I watched that game. We did not get swept. And I'm like,
Well,
I kind of get
This is
what
the kind
you're
of shit
trying.
we make up about the Oilers to convince ourselves. It's pathetic to see someone else do it.
Yeah, but actual coaching, they tell just funneling the Carolina Hurricane Kool-Aid. But I get what he was trying to say, but it also was just.
it was a weird time to do
looked
it.
weird.
It was
His
a weird-
speeches, though, that they show are pretty epic. Like his
Oh, he's
speeches
awesome.
and shit.
Yeah, he's great.
It seems like everybody really buys into what he's doing.
I thought it was interesting too that he just lost to the guy that coached him to a cup win.
Yeah. Paul Maurice.
Yeah, wild.
Paul Maurice has been around forever.
So long.
Didn't he coach the Whalers?
Yeah. You can track Paul Maurice's career by the style of eyeglasses he has, because he's had the hot style since like 1996, and you can just watch him all the way
Yeah,
through.
he is the eyewear tastemaker.
He used to get lit up when he was the coach of Hartford.
He started coaching in the OHL in Windsor. Then he went to the Junior Red Wings, became
Bit
an
of a demotion.
assistant coach with the Hartford Whalers in 95-96, became a head coach that same season.
Wow, quick ascension.
And he's just been
And then-
working
So, if-
steady ever since.
If you want a good throwback, go look up the DFO rundown wherever you get your podcast from. He was episode 1 was with Paul Maurice of that pod with Greg
And he was so
Frank.
proud of the Jets.
And he was such a good interview, and his story, because it was basically just walking through his coaching career, his story of like going through how he made each of those jumps and the people responsible for it is freaking awesome. He's a great dude.
There's a lot of stuff between the lines he said now in hindsight when he left the Jets.
Yeah.
Like basically calling out, saying like, I've given this team everything I can and it's not enough.
Bufflin ain't it.
Buffalo
It was Shifley Wheeler.
Shifley Wheeler.
Oh.
And it's also, now it's funny, also with hindsight, that he just dipped mid-season.
Yeah. Like
You don't
he's
see
like,
that often.
You're right. That quote of like, I've given him everything I have. That is like, man, that's a guy who's walked into that locker room how many times and been like, guys, discipline, compete. And Shifley and Wheeler look at him and go, and then just look the other way. Like,
Can you name a worse teammate?
the quote, Maurice, sorry, I'm trying to grind through this. The quote that
grind through what?
This life,
Grinding through all these other
life.
thoughts you have that you really want to talk about, but you can't. Is that the grind?
Paul Maurice was asked after game 3 why Alexander Barkov left the game early.
Oh, he had to go to
And-
bar mitzvah?
Yeah, he goes, hey, his neighbor's kid bar mitzvah. He
Yeah.
didn't want to disappoint the kids. And the reporter goes, upper or lower bar mitzvah? And Maurice goes, 2 levels. Both of them. This is great stuff. Anyways, my thing with the Carolina Hurricanes, I have a nerdy hockey thing, if you'll allow me. Their thing in the regular season is, and you said it, like those guys buy into Rod. They love Rod as their coach. So they outwork you 82 games out of 82 games in the regular season. The thing come playoff time,
They're out of gas.
maybe they're out of gas, but also like they don't have enough high end skill.
Well, that because
And in the playoffs, everyone works their bag off.
that's the thing. Other teams play to their level, and then it's star against star, and then they don't have the star power to.
So that's where what's interesting.
But
when
their defense is so good.
I know it's so good. When you compare like the Canes to the Oilers, the reason why I would bet on the Oilers winning a Stanley Cup with their core as currently presented
The best. We weren't swept.
versus the Canes is because you cannot invent that skill, right? You can't get to the playoffs and magically be like, fuck it, we're a more skilled team than we were 2 weeks ago. The Oilers' problem against Vegas was that they didn't work hard enough and they weren't disciplined enough.
Man,
Those are learnable traits, I believe.
like we could have won that. Like, man, if we got through that series, like we would have beat Dallas. Ottinger's not the same.
Nope.
We would have just.
We made the Cup Finals this year, okay?
I know.
That's why I can't watch it.
But they weren't really swept either. Rod's right.
I know, but like it sounds like it's such a Leafs fan take.
Yes.
But you're right, but.
The Leafs got a whole lot of problems.
It is so funny how butthurt they are about this Dubas thing. And now like
He's meeting with Sidney Crosby and they're like,
all the shit they're digging in now, trying to NHLPA's involved because his agency connection, like they're just grasping at straws because they sad.
And he's already in Pittsburgh meeting with Crosby.
I really want him to go to Ottawa though. If you really want to troll them, go to Ottawa.
The heel turn of him and Spezza running the hockey ops in Ottawa.
With Elfie as potential in ownership.
And then
Well, that's kind of
He's going to be one of the owners of the guy.
He's always been angling to try to get involved because like he still lives in Ottawa. He loved
Ottawa, hated Eugene.
Yeah. So he's trying to get in now with Eugene gone. So
interesting.
Yeah.
He still lives in Ottawa. You should let him be an owner if he still is.
Well, so then you got Elfie, Spezza coming back, and then
the GM who grew up watching them play.
Biggest Sens fan in the world, Kyle Dubas.
Is he?
He grew up a Sens fan.
Just picture that Jonathan Tavares photo of him in bed with Dubas's face in bed Sen sheets.
Did you see the tweet from Frank though the other day about the
Sarah Valley or your dog?
Well, my dog, of course. The Sens sale proceeds to drag on. So many rumblings and concerns surrounding funding from the Nico Sparks-led bid. Where is the money coming from? Who's writing the check? One league source says it feels like the NHL has another John Spano on its hands.
But there's another, which is a funny story. You got to watch that 30 for 30.
Fucking amazing.
But there's another group that's probably going to take it that's not Nico Sparks.
Yeah, it's like some boring guy that has
Which one's got Snoop Dogg? That's what I care
Nico
about.
Sparks. Also has and what's the Canadian comedian Russell Peters?
Russell Peters.
Stop getting all these stupid celebrities involved in shit.
Well, because he needs
good.
money.
Well, Snoop Dogg okay, Ryan Reynolds fine after that, maybe Grant Fuhr, and that's it.
So Reynolds is officially out, unfortunately.
But he might fling over to the winning bid, I heard.
I heard he has no interest in, like, I heard it was like as of 24 hours. He kind of came out and was like, yeah, it's just not going to work out.
Like, if you're not D. Cates, would you not be like, hey, Ryan, I'll give you, you should cut in and get on this and do your thing here?
I think that it's going to be mostly faceless financial corporations buying teams going forward with celebrity frontmen.
It's gonna be
Which
like
is
Go
great.
Auto
Fine,
buys the
let's-
fucking Sens or something.
What's that?
It's gonna be like a Go Auto that buys the Sens. Watch.
Don't be. Yeah. Yes.
I wasn't being facetious.
I'm confident they're like trying to find a way to buy an NHL team. So
I wasn't trying to be
Auto?
facetious.
maybe.
Wow. I think it's easier when it's this big of a team and this big of a price because they've got locked in TV contracts and shit. It makes it easier to buy than when it was a ticket driven league and you were hoping 16,000 people show up every night. Now they've got a lot more cost certainty with the cap, TV money, shit like that.
Michael Andlauer and Steve Ostolopoulos.
Yeah. Both of them.
That's the group from Toronto that wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Steve.
What?
No?
We don't know anything about
What's his IMDb say?
We don't know anything about him, do we?
Nothing.
Who did he rap with?
Nico Sparks sounds like a rapper.
Yeah.
He's not actually though.
What is he?
He's like an entertainment executive of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense too then. That's a name that's built for showbiz. Nico Sparks.
Jordan Sparks?
This is my first time ever Googling him, so I'm learning a bit here.
Okay.
Sparks Group adds Dragon's Den investor Arlene Dickinson.
It's just
He is just assembling a band.
Yeah, it's
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I like the way Seattle did it. Macklemore, Marshawn Lynch, done.
done.
Yep.
That was it,
Mhm.
I think.
Yep.
Edmonton could be Mr. Cates
Michael J. Fox.
and the guy who locked himself in the Talus balls. That's our ownership group.
And the people who run Yegwave.
That guy.
Hey, I'd welcome it in. Anyway,
I drive by there all the time. Like, well, I wonder what they're doing there.
Like just just fix it with a ball, I
There was
guess.
a hatch.
There was a hatch. The firefighters didn't know.
There was a hatch.
The guy who
made
designed it.
designed it with a hatch.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Like then you
firefighters
think
didn't
about
know.
it, you're like, well, do you train the city's firefighters every 6 years?
Now, was this on the weekend though, and maybe the manual was unavailable?
This is it. Like, how would you train everyone to know there's a hatch?
well, now we know there's a hatch, so it won't happen again.
It'll happen again.
But we'll know to use the hatch is my point.
Well, if we get called to the emergency, we'd know.
And the 18 people listening to this podcast will also know about the hatch. So there you go.
That was my buddy's fire hall that got that guy out. They had to use the jaws of life.
Second time in the last hour we've talked about your buddy's fire hall.
He was on a date when he fell through the balls.
The guy
Fell.
was stuck in there.
Yeah.
Didn't fall through. He meant to go through.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
Had to. There's no way
So
he fell.
he was trying to flex on a date.
Like, check me go into the Talus balls.
Yeah, I don't think Timmy fell in well there.
I just know what I saw in the news, man. I don't know. He said he was on a date and fell through the balls, and I thought,
Oh, he's trying to get out of his charge.
yeah. Or the date.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You run
It was
ahead.
terrible.
I'm trapped in the balls.
I'd rather be locked in these balls than
You need
another
to meet my
70
mother.
year.
I'm trapped in the balls.
Forgot his wallet.
Let me breathe.
Easy way out. You know?
I'd rather get the jaws of life to pull me out of here and embarrass me for the rest of time than finish this.
Because they were out in public, so the old like, give me a call so I can,
Yeah.
because I got to go to the thing.
Give me a call or I'll fall through the ball.
Yep.
You ever have a date go so bad that you had to rely on that?
Pulled my gun out on Instagram Live. Get out of the date.
I think John Morant's learned his lesson.
Has he?
I think he's handling it.
Deleting Instagram is
That's a great
actually
idea.
a
That's
good
a good
idea.
start.
If you're doing such
It's not going to stop the action though.
such a scary way of saying goodbye that the cops come check on you in a wellness
That's not
check,
a great idea.
maybe you worded it wrong.
Yeah, probably not worded poor.
Maybe he's
Needs
still
a
seeking
PR,
attention.
needs a publicist in a bad way.
His publicist
Glued to him.
has had a tough 6 weeks.
But like, yeah, it needs to be glued to him. Like,
His publicist has been
Siamese
on
twin.
vacation.
Yeah.
On their honeymoon.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
back,
just gonna turn my phone off for 6
6
weeks.
weeks.
I guess.
It's the playoffs.
Just the
Jaw will be
weekend, you're good,
focused.
right?
He'll be focused for a few weeks. He'll be fine.
Turns on their phone after.
You have 12 trillion text messages.
Darn.
See, Gary Bettman won some sort of award for like best business guy in the
Sports
NHL.
Business Journal give him like a lifetime achievement award. I'm
he
like,
win.
the dude has caused 3 lockouts.
He won all 3 though.
I
He's
guess.
3-0.
I gotta say, I went and saw the Blackberry movie last weekend, which was excellent, by the way. But the NHL portion of the Jim
They talk
Balsillie
about
story,
that?
fucking right.
Yeah.
And they have a Gary Bettman scene. The guy who plays Gary Bettman is very funny.
Like
What does he
someone we
do?
know,
What does he do in the scene?
what we've seen before.
I don't know who he was.
Danny
to be
DeVito.
honest.
He did.
Should have been Danny DeVito. Was
He did a
Danny
sit
DeVito.
down with the Athletic though
As
to
Bula?
talk about getting ready for the role.
That's an exclusive.
Just his mannerisms were funny. Just
Does
made
he
him
not
look
want
shady.
Balsillie to own a team?
Well, basically, according to the movie, that is.
Yes, of course.
They kind of had like an agreement for the Penguins.
Right.
But then Balsillie was going around and making his own arrangements to move him to Hamilton.
Right. I
The
remember.
NHL Board of Governors did not appreciate that.
So they wanted him to sell him a team and keep it in Pittsburgh, and he was already making moves.
That's all right. So he thought he was flying into New York to meet the Board of Governors for an approval meeting, and he got bamboozled. And it was Gary that ran the whole thing. That was the movie. It's fantastic.
It's a bridge too far. You got to keep those
What a
cards
wild
close to your
story, though.
chest.
If you guys are looking for a fun movie to go check out, the Blackberry movie was fun. I forget how massive they were and how they fucked it up so badly.
Massive.
And like, it wasn't really a particularly slow decline either, right? No. It's not like BlackBerry slowly went out of style.
Almost a 50% market share at one point.
They would not let people make apps.
Yes.
They're like, every single app you'll ever see is going to be on here, made by us, for us, by us, FUBU. And then on Apple, people were jailbreaking them like crazy.
Yeah.
So Apple originally didn't want to have third parties make shit either, but so many people jailbreak. They're like, fuck it, we have to make an app store.
Yep.
And then a quintillion apps.
That
later.
part's in the movie as well.
Really?
The whole thing. They do the iPhone launches in there. The whole
Is there a Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs they just use Steve Jobs.
Oh, they just play the
They
footage?
just play the footage from
Milky's dead.
Yeah, for a while now.
How could they use
Dig them up.
Dig them up. Blackberry time.
Yeah, they just showed the footage from the actual Apple launch.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
Maybe they did it with AI. The other day, I listened to an AI remix of Get Low by Lil Jon, but it was Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, it was actually good. I liked
that
it.
today,
I had a
actually.
good time with it.
Why isn't this okay? Like, if we're enjoying listening to Frank Sinatra sing Get Low, why am I committing a crime? I want to listen to all these weird permutations and combinations.
Yeah.
Why am
I'm
I a
with you.
criminal?
I
Or
don't
like
think so.
Snoop rapping a Frank
cool.
Sinatra song.
That one song of Drake in the Weekend, if it was a real song, and I thought maybe it was a real song, they were releasing it as like PR for something or some shit, it would have come out by now. That is an AI song.
Well, shit, that's actually a great idea. Is to leak a song, be like, this is AI. Everyone's like, this is sick. Then be like, psych, it actually was Drake
Like when
and
they
Lil
did
Baby.
the fake Vogue covers and shit. I thought they did that with a whole song.
Yeah.
But now enough time's gone by that they would have said it by now. That's a good song. Maybe the best Drake song is written by a computer featuring Drake, not by Drake featuring nothing.
The Drake and Lil Baby one that's been going around the last like 3 or 4 weeks, very good. Every time it pops up on my feed, I listen to the whole thing. It's sick.
Did you know that they made this AI app where it was a relationship app and it got smarter as you used it and it learned more and more about you and more about you? And then they made a change to the code and deployed it and it like fucked up the personality of all these apps. And then they're like, we don't know what to do. So they turned the app off and people were emailing like, you killed the love of my life. It'd been around for like 6 weeks.
These people just needed a therapist.
It like adapted to new, like, I'll talk to Wanye. He loves it whenever blah, blah, blah scores, blah, blah, blah. It's like, so-and-so scored because it knows the fucking news. It'd be like, hey, Tyler, the Blue Jays who you love so much. That's so great. They won 5-2. And you're like, I love you, chatbot.
Well, or you just do it, Tyler, and find comfort in Words with Friends chat.
Oh, I haven't thought about her in a long time.
Oh, the one that got away.
Yep. I'm
Can
sure
you
that's-
reignite it, you think?
I'll let you know by the end of this episode.
You
know what?
I've been 7 years.
I've been trying to give myself more downtime. Maybe Words with Friends is a good way for me to.
I felt like
Well,
that
she
was
set you free, seeing if you'd come back.
Yeah.
when you first joined our show so many moons ago in the basement of Little Brick up the street. You were a very starchy fellow.
Mhm.
And all you cared about was your sports statistics.
Mhm.
When you told that story about Words with Friends, humbling yourself in the process, I was like, you know what? He's one of us. He's out there fucking it up. He's
Talking
not afraid to talk about it on the air.
catfishing grandmothers on the
he's
internet.
not afraid. He's
Well, or is it the reverse?
It could have been that I was catfished by someone acting as a grandmother.
for people who don't remember, you were in a sexually explicit chat in a Words with Friends game with an elderly woman for 2-3 years.
Anyway, so someone did give us the idea. They're like, hey, we reference all these bits and the pod has grown in the last year. So there's people who like don't know Chumgate. They don't know my Words with Friends girlfriend.
You should re-release the episodes of the summer.
But just those clips, like cut them down to be
best
like,
ofs.
yeah, but like almost as like a
mixtape.
this is all of the Chumgate bits and you just chop it into one episode that's like 3 hours even, but it's like a Chumgate audio
That'd be good 'cause it
documentary.
pieces it all together in one listen, and you can really come to a clear verdict that Chalmers cheated.
Yeah.
You go through the Words with Friends, Girlfriends episodes and you just piece it
You
together.
can control
from
the
like
narrative
episodes.
if you made a best of show.
Oh, yeah.
In the following clip, you'll hear how Chalmers.
I can make Chalmers look like an absolute villain.
That's cool.
So anyways, for those of you that don't know, basically I played Words with Friends. I didn't actually have friends to play with, so I did like the random whatever. Started playing against this old lady whose name,
You think she's old.
yeah, I think she's old. I don't remember her name now, but
Nancy?
she would use, it might have been, but she would use the chat function to be like, hi, how are you? And I had no interest in that. I'm
Nope.
here to play Words with
Here for
Friends.
business.
Yeah. So I would ignore it. And she messaged me 3 times a day for like a month. And by the end of it, it went from like, how are you? Would love to hear from you. Ooh, great word. Good placement. And then by the end, it was like, why won't you message me back?
Wow.
Do you not want to talk to me? And I never responded once. And then eventually she just
But
said,
you just kept restarting the game?
yeah, we would keep playing the whole time. And then eventually she said goodbye and stopped responding.
Like John Morant on Instagram said goodbye?
Pretty much.
Should go check on her.
That's harsh.
Signing in right now. Whew, haven't opened this up in a while.
One time I was playing
fire
pool-
up the chat and say hello. Long time.
I was playing 8-ball pool on my phone and a guy wanted a rematch twice. And I thought about your love. And I said, no, I don't want one of these circuses like your Mchuk has in his hands. No more rematch.
Boy, signing in.
Yeah.
I tell him a little giddy.
It is.
It's like meeting up
He's
with
got
an
a-
ex.
I hope
The
she's there.
nerves
I hope
of
she's
someone
still
who's
there.
only talked to you. You've
But
never
I feel
talked
like an
to back.
elderly woman will be likely to retain a Words with Friends membership.
Yeah. Did I actually ever? Leah. Oh, she played 13 minutes ago.
Oh, no. she's still in the game.
playing.
Invite her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, rekindle.
Yes, do it. Let's go.
I'm going to make her damn day.
No messenger.
Let's go.
Long time.
I'd say sorry,
Long
I
time,
was-
no chat.
Sorry, I was
Long time,
busy.
no words.
Sorry, I was busy, Leah.
Hey, babe.
Hey, mama.
Yeah.
You made it through. I see. You're on the other side.
Should I message?
Yes.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you?
Yes.
Remember
yes.
me?
Come on.
Yeah.
Chat.
Yeah.
All right, now I got to play my first word too.
Oh, a lot of pressure. Is
Anyone
there,
out there
is
wants
there
to-
something sexual you can put in there? Let's see what you got.
I got an R.
Jerk. You can spell jerk.
I could spell jerk, but that's not a good word to play.
Why? When you're
Jimmy.
coming back after 3 years of ignoring her, start with jerk.
Rim.
Rim jerk.
Yeah, actually, no, jerk might be the best word to play here.
You can't get on the double word.
There's some decent points there.
Can't get to the double word though.
If you can get to the double word, that'd be amazing, can't you?
I think the most important part of this first word is just setting the table to rekindle Leah's love.
I can't believe you said something to her after that. You had discipline for months.
Actually, you can spell cream with a K.
That's not a word.
See if it takes. That's the whole thing with Words with Friends. Just throw darts.
That's why I didn't like playing with Jay, is because he would have these words that were like 2-letter words that would get all kinds of points. And I didn't even know what they were.
Yeah, I play for points. I don't even fucking...
You know what? I'm going to do this.
What's the word?
I played mime because I want to save my J and my K for when I can get to triple
If
letters.
you don't talk to somebody for that long, come back and somehow can play the word jerk to start, you owe it to the game to start with jerk. No, well, there's 2 more points here.
It's actually not.
We need to keep that open for the podcast just in case you're responsive.
Yeah, I will. I will let you guys know what goes
I'm
on between me
intrigued
and
now.
Leah. Leah R. Same profile pic as before.
Let's see. Oh, she is an old lady.
Yeah, that feels like not catfish.
No, I feel like that's Leah.
That's definitely her.
Yeah.
You're going to eat your skin.
I bet she's a very nice lady.
I
Like
bet you
banana
she is
bread.
too. She just wanted a friend to play Words with Friends with. And now I'm here to do that.
What's
for
your
her.
photo?
It's just my Facebook profile
It's
picture.
Leah.
Yeah, you
Oh
should
my
make.
God. Her stats are insane. You can see Words with Friends stats. All time wins. I have 114. She has 2,971. Highest
What's she been doing since 2020?
her highest score, 524. Mine's 540. So suck it.
Literally?
Unique words played, 14,462. How does she know that many words? Head to head, I'm up 20-16 on her. So we played 36 games against
Without
each
a
other.
word said.
Well,
How long
now.
did you disappear for and then came back?
Oh, it's got to be like over a year. I think we were still recording at Little Brick when this was a story.
That was like
so-
2019, man.
yeah, it might have been
That's well over a
pre-pandemic.
year.
4 years
She's
ago.
lucky. She's from the States. She's lucky she made it through.
That's what I'm saying. You made it through the other side.
Senior citizen in the States.
Down there.
Yeah.
I was talking COVID, but
Ron DeSantis.
She parties on Instagram Live, waving her gun around when she wins with
never
her
know.
friends.
ooh, here's something that ties into the podcast. Driving the other day, had to went on a sod run. Had to buy sod for my backyard. And
I love sodding.
I do too. I was driving up by the Costco in St. Albert. There's a butcher shop there that sells Wilhock beef jerky. They're everywhere. So if you're in St. Albert and you're like, damn, I want some Wilhock beef jerky, you can drive to West Ed to the Wilhock store, or it's also at this spot.
I'm telling you, there is no better post-water park snack than some Wilhock pepperoni.
Oh, yeah, they are in the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love Wilhoit.
You burn your calories at the water park too. You come out hungry.
Did you go to the water park recently?
Like 4 weeks ago.
How was it?
Like
Did
the
you
World
hear a
Water
story
Park?
about the fucking jerky? You think it's a joke?
I just
think it's
wasn't
like
sure.
playing Leah? It's a joke to
Well, I
you?
thought maybe it was like 2 days ago you went. What did you make of the water park? Did you do all the slides?
I did about half of them. So it's funny. Like it's fun. The funnest one is the one where it drops the one that you do go upside down on,
Oh,
or
this is
you,
the best.
you stand in the tube and the floor drops out and you drop. That's like the funnest. What I'm noticing now versus when I was a kid is I'm heavier.
The stairs.
No, not the stairs. It's the slides that aren't like a solid piece that have got like the connections.
Scrape the old back off.
I feel those more now than ever. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like dun. I'm like, oh my God, is this thing? So the slides that didn't have that, amazing. The ones that did, boy, did I feel it. And it was great. No, burned a lot of calories. Also sat in the beach lounge and had a beer or two. It's good.
I'm due for a trip to the water park.
Yeah, it's good. You get your fucking steps in. Like if you wanna get a workout in, water park.
I went.
They don't give it away anymore though.
last
I'll tell you
time.
that much.
Last
No,
time
I was
went.
at West End and I just walked by and I looked. I could not believe it.
Yeah, it's big.
It's expensive.
Whew. Mama.
Last time I went down that slide, and right where like my tailbone is, like pressed really hard against the plastic on that slide. So it left like a dark pink kind of red skid on the back of my shorts right where my tailbone is. So now I can't wear those shorts because it like kind of looks like my ass is bleeding.
Add it to the list.
Bleeding ass.
Bleeding butts.
Tyler enjoys.
I don't know why I wanted to say that, but
That's
I
why he
thought
sits
it
in
was.
that chair all the time. Everybody complains about the butt play in it. Tyler loves it.
Chair's red now.
It's in like the worst spot ever. And I like that pair of swim trunks, but I can't wear them
I
anymore.
like how you're still hanging on to him regardless.
Maybe things will change.
Maybe. Styles change.
So
times
what?
change.
Like there's a big blood stain on them and you can't wear it?
looks like it. It's like
okay.
that long and just
though, is what you're saying.
it's paint, but it's like red. So I feel like if I wear them in public, people are gonna be like, "Is that guy walking around with a bleeding? Is that the guy from Oilers Nation? Holy shit, his ass is bleeding."
The best.
Yeah. Yep.
Give him a sticker. Thanks for your
Thanks for your support.
Yeah.
Please continue listening to the podcast.
Maybe I can put some blue fabric over top of it.
Yeah, patchwork. That'd look nice.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh. AMA travel staycation. Maybe we just go to, instead of going out and about this summer, we just go to the water park together, BM.
We could add it to the list.
Cost
I'd
the same
ask you,
price
but
as
you
going to
just-
Vegas.
Dip on me anyway.
I'll be there. We're playing with the idea of doing a staycation. What do you think, listeners?
Adding the water park on half of that, stay at the West Edmonton Mall theme rooms.
Only if you wear your ass blood shorts.
Yeah.
I would to the staycation for sure.
I think a staycation would be fun. Maybe a little par 3. End up at the Riverhawks that night. Something in the middle. Cocktails, a little lunch.
Aaron Bordado works for the Riverhawks and claims if we attend the game, he'll do shadiness so we can see ourselves on the screen.
He does have that ability.
Yep.
He says he's in charge of production
He's the
and he
captain of the
guarantees
team. Oh, man,
we'll be on the screen.
He's also our key to get our batting practice in.
Actually,
You might have a
let me recite an email here.
While you were gone, Jay, there was a lot of conversation about you being able to go yard at the Riverhawks. And as the episodes moved on and the discuss of a metal bat was brought in, Chalmers is starting to crack.
Yeah. Chalmers is starting to crack.
Yeah.
He's starting to worry.
Metal bat is the difference maker.
Oh,
Without question.
I'm going to cheat with as many things I can cheat with as possible.
You're going to do roids,
and
just show
including
up.
steroids. Yes.
You tell me one cycle before we're going to play when we're going to play.
All right. Okay. I got to try to read this out. Oh my God. This is. All right. I'm going to try to read this and not sound silly, and hopefully it makes sense as part of our partnership with the Riverhawks. So Oodle Noodle and the Nation are partnering with the Riverhawks.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Anyways, so in this email I get, the key piece would be to center around Make-A-Wish. The Make-A-Wish game and Jay's wish to hit it out of the park while raising money for charity. While we could collectively work through logistics and the best way to generate interest and raise money for Make-A-Wish, we could have a fun on social promoting the game and soliciting contestants to go up against Jay trying to hit it out of the park.
I have an idea.
We could do a showdown between some innings, like a bracket, and advanced batters to post a game, one-on-one in a one-on-one competition with Jay. By the way, we could get Jay set up with some BP to get warmed up. Here's some additional pieces, blah, 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 blah.
I just want to sit in the box and drink.
Insist on a jersey.
Riverhawks jersey?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Well, how about this for an idea? What if we did something where it's like, okay, we know like, okay, you're going to get X amount of pitches to hit one out if we do this challenge, and people can buy a raffle ticket. That's either a yes raffle ticket or a no. And they kind of like wager if you're going to do it or not. And if they're on the right side of whatever raffle they pick, there's like a draw for something.
I see. Now I'm a narc for the ALGC.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how you plan on licensing this free for all game you described.
I got pull. I don't. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Cross that bridge when we come to it.
You can't just make up gambling games in public and just tell thousands
If you're winning
baseball
prize,
fans.
well, we're partnering with Make-A-Wish. So if it's a fundraiser,
It's not for
them,
cash. It's for prizes. I think that's different.
It is, but you have to follow. There's still protocol you have to follow, but Make-A-Wish would know that.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're partnering up with Make-A-Wish to try to do. a
Was
home
this
run
your
derby.
wish? To do BPs against people? Is she good at
It
bridge?
fucking honestly is.
I'm on Team J on this one. I think you're going to do it.
Oh man,
I think you're going to do it.
I think you're going
I
to
I haven't swung a bat in so long, but I got to get some BP in even before the BP.
I think showing up to the game, not having swung and being like, I'm going to get back in form with the BP they give me is on brand.
Very. Now
I'll be fine. Throw me 4 balls.
That's like, and if I do it, that's even more impressive. But it's a big rip. I got to pull it right down the line. Like right down the line.
Can you imagine if you were to doink one off the foul pole? That'd be sick.
So
I think you're
are
going
you going to go over the monster, you think?
No, that's dead center.
Okay.
That's 420. That's
You're
a
Didn't they
trying to
say
go-
it like rarely anyone ever hit it out with wood bats, though? Wood bats.
but still, like it's to go center at that stadium is hard.
Is there any functional reason why they have a green monster? Or was it just for
Batter's eye.
No, but like not all stadiums have a big ass wall.
In Boston?
No, in Edmonton. Like we have a big old wall. In the
Yeah,
outfield.
it's a batter's eye. Stadiums have that. It's so the batter can see the ball better coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Yeah, so they just had to make it like a monster wall to do that.
Why
Yeah.
though?
So if you watch like Jays games, like that little area in center field will be like kind of tarped off and it'll be one solid color.
It's because we don't have seating back
But we
there.
made a giant wood thing that's
Yeah.
way higher than a normal wall. I was just wondering if there was like power equipment on the other side of it or some shit.
It's just the batter's eye.
Pocklington's like make the wall. 1993 shit.
Like in Boston, they have it because if they didn't, you could, I think, what is it, like 265?
Yeah.
They were worried about cars getting hit all
But they can also, they can like left field there or
So short.
Super
it's so
short.
short. So they had to do it to make it a little bit more difficult. Fuck, it'd be cool to hit one over the green monster.
That would be cool. Shout out to Betway. If they were to supply betting lines, what do you think?
Oh, they should.
What do you think they'd set it at? If you got
I'm
25 pitches.
For me to hit one out of the park, it's man, it'd have to. I'd say I'm plus. Oh man, I really think I can do it. Wow, I'll say I'm plus 175, plus 150 to do it. Like there's some juice to bet on me to do it because there's a good chance that I can't.
I'm still plus 150. I'm
I'm going to buy the most illegal bat you can find on the market.
You show up with a
What's
giant
the Four
Barry
Loko
Bonds
of
head
bats?
all of a sudden,
Yeah.
hey? Your head's so huge all of a sudden.
I'm just going to sew my face on Barry Bonds' face. Have him go up.
I think it's going to happen.
Jesus.
Remember that time we saw the guy playing for the Caps?
Sadlowski does not think I can do it
Really?
because he says that park is tough to hit it out of.
100%. But the metal bat is
And I'm
the
wondering,
game changer.
if it's because of like what's the prevailing wind in this city? Because if you're hitting into the wind,
Since the NDP got in, it's
Yeah, thanks, Trudeau.
from the east, you know?
I don't know. Is it because it come from I feel like the wind comes from the northwest.
If it's plus 150, Tyler, are you betting on yes or no?
Well, it's plus. You got
But
it.
then no is like -2 whatever. So like doesn't even make sense to bet no. So,
So then maybe plus 125.
yeah, no is like -150. I think I'd take no.
Yeah.
How many pitches?
Is this for this illegal
As many as it
raffle you're doing?
fucking takes.
Okay, well then obviously it's yes. If we're going till you hit one out.
I
There need
don't
to
know.
be-
Maybe I think if I can do it, I can do it. And if I'm doing it, I can do it within 20 pitches.
Because by the time you swing for the 30th time, you're getting tired.
Yeah, and also so I need the first like 5 to 10 to get
think
my
you're gonna,
timing.
like, based
and the
on seeing
next
you
10,
golf-
it's about getting contact.
I know it's completely different, but based on seeing you golf, I think you're going to Griffey one, just fucking sky it out.
Well, I definitely am I like to bring the aerial attack.
Yeah.
But you need to anyways for a long ball.
Yeah. I got a buddy who never played ball growing up and he joined our slow pitch team.
Oh, really?
What do you do for a living?
He joined our slow pitch team, and all he did was golf growing up. And he swings it like a golf club. So when he connects on that,
he's a big
swing,
undercutter.
Yeah, he's got the big undercut. So when he connects, man, that thing just flies. So if you get one,
deeply trained to have a flat.
Your
swing.
baseball team sounds fun.
I used to have such a flat baseball swing that my golf swing was flat.
Even though you never played ball growing up.
I played ball growing up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why he thinks he can go yard.
I thought you just thought you could go yard.
No, that'd be silly.
Gonna step aside for a quick break. All right. Before we keep moving along, shout out to Oodle Noodle. They have Oilers Nation stickers. I can't wait for you to send me a text one day in the summer and say, hey, Oodle Noodle box at the Riverhawks game's open.
It's coming.
That's good to hear.
So it's open when the season's open.
Will I wave at you from the Oilers Nation box at the Oodle Noodle box?
Are there two?
No, they're one and the same.
You got me excited there for a second.
Figs. I thought we were getting two.
Yeah, I thought we were too.
Figs.
I love a good Riverhawks game.
We're gonna do a team hangout night.
Oh, really?
I actually think that
Home opener?
since July 1st, the Canada Day game is always a good one there.
Yeah.
I was wondering, and I was going to talk to you guys about it. So I might as well do it on the podcast. Since we're all going to be here anyway for free agency.
Ooh.
We just have a little squad roll into the Riverhawks game for Canada Day.
So because that game's so special, we normally use it to raise money for charity.
Oh, we can just buy tickets though.
Yeah, we can just buy tickets.
Oh yeah,
We'll just go to the Riverhawks game.
I just or you can buy the box and donate to charity.
I don't know if I can sit in the stands anymore. Now that I've crossed over into
What if I bring
luxury suite land, though,
Yeah, it is true.
there's a fridge, there's a bar stool.
Mhm.
It's pretty nice.
You can get out of the
Sticker on the wall.
scorching sun if you need to.
That's the thing. The only qualms I have with the Riverhawks is they haven't yet learned to block out the sun.
Yes, Mr. Burns style. It is
Yeah.
the hottest
It
place
gets
on earth.
so hot there, but it's
Those
also kind
plastic
of
seats.
it's kind of nice though too.
It's
at the
great.
same
I love
time.
it. I can't wait.
Just sunglasses.
Like you're on the surface of the sun.
Wear your
June
sunglasses.
13th. Producer Aaron told us that's when they kick off the home opener.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird. They start like the first 2 weeks on the road or something like that. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
And we go to that weekend's game.
Sometimes I watch the Savannah Bananas and I go, oh, that's funny. And then sometimes I watch it and I'm like, they're making a fucking mockery of baseball.
Yeah, I would like to see it once.
I bet you it's amazing the first time.
But
for sure.
if you had like season tickets to that,
Yeah,
or
I
you
know.
played for them for like 3 years, don't you think by like the third year,
Yeah.
like, I just wish I could play baseball, not have to dance with a mariachi band as I hit first.
Oh, I was confused about what you were talking about. I had to Google it.
So
You've
Yeah.
never heard of these guys?
Well, I've seen them all over
Yeah.
TikTok, but I didn't know that's what they were called.
Oh,
I think there's a documentary coming out
It's
about
cool.
like
It's fun.
Well, they play real baseball, but they play banana ball, which
The
is
second game.
Yeah. The silly,
Banana ball.
silly Willy stuff.
it's an interesting little like
But like Harlem Globetrotters only play silly. They don't have a normal game. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but at least it's like all skill related, not like, I guess they do silly shit.
Well,
Yeah, they do
It's all
silly shit.
dancing and bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
You can
It's,
pull a ladder and shit.
Yeah. It's,
a little ladder and shit.
you know who's tall is that Wemby.
Is he going to be legit?
7'6".
Like
He's a monster. He can-
I don't think this is hyperbole when people say it. But he has the potential to be the best basketball player of all time.
he's just so skinny.
But he's
Well,
like
that'll
agile and shit.
change.
He's not like
he's
brittle.
pretty athletic.
Yeah.
Like
He
he's
can
Oh, super
dribble and
athletic,
shoot.
like-
Yes. And
I was
he's
watching,
7'6".
so
8
tall.
foot wingspan.
And he bombs 3-pointers like
Yeah.
Curry. That's wild.
And
But
if
like,
he misses the three, he goes and gets his own rebound.
There's no one like. Is there even any 7-footers in the league right now?
There's a few.
Joel Embiid. He's 7 feet, isn't he?
Is he? Is he
I think
7
so. He's
feet?
a big dog.
there's
tallest
some
act-
big dogs in that league, man.
Taco Fall 7'6", but he's like not that good of a
Yeah, he's
ball player.
terrible. He's just tall.
Kristaps Porzingis.
7'6"?
Can you imagine if they took like
Oh my lord.
Wemby and like Curry and like all these guys and made them play like the Knicks from 1936?
Before they were dunking. Yeah, they're still pushing
No
the ball in
forward
peach
passes.
basket.
They're wearing dress shoes on the
Yeah,
court.
Boom.
Yeah. If you showed them an NBA game from the future, they'd be like, what the
What about the All Blacks of today versus the All Blacks of the 30s?
What do the All Blacks of the 30s look like? Just little.
Were they just like half the size?
Oh yeah, you should Google the evolution, like early days,
They're wearing suits on the field. and
early
shit.
days All Blacks doing the haka. Looks like they're playing patty cake. Yeah.
I'm just going back to
they're
your
doing
thought,
the
though,
Charleston.
like, the Knicks from the 30s playing against like Primera Shaq or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, just not units versus units, but do like old school haka. Watch them do it. Like there's a YouTube video that show, like, I swear to God, like they're like patty cake. How do
This
you
is not
spell
intimidating.
haka?
Opposing team just
H-A-K-A.
runs over them after, eh?
Like evolution of the haka.
If we're going
There's
to
a
keep
video.
doing this, boys, we're going to need to make this look scarier.
Oh, it's so funny. I just recently pulled it up to show to someone because it's so funny.
All the teams in New Zealand do the haka.
Do you have the say evolution of the haka? Yeah.
They'll have
Like the basketball team does
yeah,
it.
they'll have like the spelling bee kid does the haka before he gets his word. and
Every
shit.
school, like school sports haka.
Remember when that guy in the trip did the haka and he was so one way, and then we started doing the haka, he's the fucking scariest dude.
Oh,
For
yeah.
like 30 seconds and the moment passed.
Yeah.
He
Haka's
punched
cool.
the ground so hard doing the
Is
haka.
this the evolution? Like it'll show
Crazy,
okay.
man.
I love it.
Yeah, so
Take it so
these guys are just on all fours pounding the ground right now.
Yeah, this doesn't translate very well to podcast, but if you just search evolution of the New Zealand haka on Google, there is a video of it.
Yeah, they're like, hey.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then go a little further. Oh yeah, this will be funny with these guys too. Yeah, see? No cadence.
Yeah, this is really terrible. It looks like they're all doing it for the first time.
It's like a scene from the Thriller
Backstreet's
video.
Back video.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thriller. Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, like none of them, they've never practiced together once, and now it's just like, ah.
Yeah, this is totally different.
It's like, it's an ancient dance. This ancient dance sucks. Let's make a new version. Yay.
Way better now. Hawk is one of the coolest things in sports.
So cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that's neat.
And especially when they do it at the big game, they got like the field level camera low down and they show it. Fuck.
It's awesome.
Imagine they did that before like the Super Bowl or some shit. That'd be so cool.
It should.
It's amazing. It's such an real, like there's real reason behind it, but it's amazing no one's copied it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, or some version of it.
Like Tom Brady would run the whole length of the field and then do like a jumping, like fist pump, let's go.
Oh, it'd take forever. He wasn't a quick runner.
Oh, Oilers content that they're making outside. The other content producers not doing the podcast. They're doing all these drafts.
What are we
So they're
drafting?
They're doing the Kennedy versus Spencer did draft of Oilers jerseys.
What do you mean?
Liam and Waz went head to head draft of memorable Oilers busts, like bad draft picks. So we were trying to drum up other ideas of like Oilers related things you could pick from. So like, I think Spencer was like goalie with the best like drip, like the goalie who like
They're going to
had the
say
most
that
swag.
Yakupov was a bust, but he wasn't.
Well, he was, but
He was not. You know what?
How many picks per draft?
You're saying his career,
35.
are you saying his career is over? You're telling me he's not coming back to the NHL.
Yes,
You're telling me Nail Yakupov has recorded his final stats in the NHL.
probably.
You are wrong.
There's
would
still
be-
time.
He won the KHL trophy, the Yuri Gagarin. Now, granted, he was out and didn't contribute in the playoff run, but he learned.
Learned what it takes.
He learned what it takes to win.
Dallas
You can't put a
Aikens
price
could
on
never
that.
teach him those lessons.
He looks like he's having a good life.
Good for
He's in Dubai.
He makes good
He's
money.
Still making big smoke.
He's making
Yeah.
good money, yeah.
Like, let's leave him
playing
be.
hockey.
But let's not leave him be. Let's bring him back.
Let's pick
Remember
him
when
in the bus
Grevishkov
drive.
came back?
Remember
could
when
be
Mike
time.
Comrie came back?
Remember when Nail Yakupov came back?
I've still got the cognac design on my phone.
We're ready.
It's already ready to go.
It is funny that those two eras overlapped slightly.
They could
hey?
bring Derek Ryan back.
There was a game
Or,
against Calgary where all 4 first overall picks scored in the same game.
Really?
Mhm.
Holy shit. There's just so many things that I've wiped from my Oilers brain.
I know, man. It's like Decade of Darkness stuff. Like I've forgotten a lot of it.
This is what I was telling Waz today is we should try to go back and find, like, you watch an Oilers game, you think about how many goals Connor scored this year, you'll never see more than 5 of them probably ever again. Like, there's so many awesome moments of Oilers micro history. Like, remember when Leon got the Hattie? Which one? Well, you had like what?
Or the game when Nuge and Leon got Hatties in the same game.
Why don't we show and remember that and celebrate it? We could do it on a day where
Perfect
there's
time
nothing
for
to
it.
talk about.
Perfect time.
I
for it.
feel like a real, like, again, we knew the Decade of Darkness was hopefully coming to an end, but those 40 games of McDavid's rookie season when he was hurt, that was like a mini addition to the Decade of Darkness.
It was just like on top of everything else, it's going to not be until next year.
had to deal with all those questions of like, oh, is he like too fast? Is he just going to get hurt all
You know
the
what we
time?
should do is trade for Brandon Manning.
And then they traded Taylor Hall right after that.
Yeah. Yeah, McDavid and Hall only got like 45 games together. We had to watch Lori Korpikoski for 71 nights. Jesus.
Gone but never forgotten.
Yep.
What other ghosts are on that team?
We got 29 of Griffin Reinhart.
Fuck yeah.
We
Big
got the final 6 games of Andrew Ferentz's career.
Finally.
20 games of Adam Clendenning. 9 games of Adam Party.
Oh, wow.
The final 11, which some would call the good 11 of Nikita Nikitin.
What?
You made great
Nikitin
block.
and McDavid were teammates. 63 games of Eero Pakarainen.
Oh, Hero the
no
hero.
bullshit.
Hero the hero.
That's about it. Everyone else you'd kind of remember for the most part.
Man, there's some sweet ghosts if you go through these Oilers teams.
We got to bring them back.
It is.
Yeah.
We got to give them all their due.
Like the guys who, like Adam Cracknell, 8 games.
Yeah.
Oilers only had to use 3 goalies that year.
Was Adam Cracknell
Who were our
with
goalies
the
then?
organization like a year ago? Was he not
Maybe.
with Bakersfield?
Maybe.
Brossois.
Talbot, Nielsen, and Brossois were our 5.
Nielsen.
Yeah.
Anders.
He had a bit of a run.
Did he moved? He went to Vancouver or something, right? Anders Nilsson.
Where did he come from, Vancouver? I don't remember.
It's amazing the resurgence Brossois had.
Yeah, he's
found a way to
He's
grind
carved
out
out
a
a career. It's interesting. Man.
He's in the finals. We give him no respect.
It would be a good video series to like flash up a random Oilers game from like 2018, like a shit year. They didn't make the playoffs, and just like remember this game. And totally, if there was 3 of us who worked for Oilers Nation, like just rewatching the highlights, we'd be like, "Fuck, I remember that game. I remember that GDB."
You just gave me an idea for a contest where we could play. Have you ever seen that guy on TikTok where there'll be like a hockey thing playing in the back of a movie or whatever, and he'll find the game that's from? If we played a little clip from a game that nobody remembers, you could win a prize if you could figure it out.
Put 3 of us here in the studio, flash up a clip of the game. First one who can go and find it wins. That'd be a lot of fun. I would nerd the hell out for that.
Not be good at
That's. I feel like I'd be horrific.
Yeah,
think
I
you'd
would
be
not
good?
be good. No,
I think I'd be fucking awesome.
I'd be terrible at it.
Really?
Did you just self-edit your swear? But you've
I
been
did.
swearing all episode?
I know, weird.
There's no way you'd be good at this.
If
I gave you a random game from 2014 and like
5-second
fucking
clip.
January,
You'd be like, it's that game.
Yeah, 100%. I could do it. Show me any clip. I would find it in under 10 minutes.
What game it's from?
how long of a clip?
Give me a 5-second clip of any highlight pack.
No. Okay. If you're listening to this survey,
10
Brett,
minutes is a long time.
If you're listening to this survey,
Okay,
Brett,
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes.
you need 5 minutes
I
of
really
a game.
I really
No, it's 5 seconds and 5 minutes to find the game.
No way. Surveyor Brett, can you clip us 5 seconds of just some random Oilers games? We're going to do it on
email
Monday's
them to
episode.
Bagged Milk.
Email them to me.
Sometime in the last, 10 years?
Sure, 10 years.
The last 10 years.
Yeah, since 2012.
Since Yakupov. 5-second clip. It doesn't have to be Surveyor Brett. Email them to me, bagmilk@oilersnation.com. We'll do this on Monday because I do not believe it's going to take you forever to find these.
2014-15 Oilers. Sure, you might remember Mark Fraser being on the team. Remember Matt Fraser?
Yeah.
No.
I absolutely do not remember this dude.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
One of my favorite things is
He scored 5
remembering
goals
just
for the Oilers.
really
No.
Oh,
bad-
yeah, mine too.
No.
Like Len Esau?
Who the fuck was
Yeah.
this guy?
No.
Dude, 36 games, 5 goals, 4 assists. That means there would have been a point he probably scored a couple in quick succession.
I do
and
not remember a Matt Fraser. I know a Matt Fraser out in real life.
This might be him.
This is real life.
Yes, the 18 games and 2 goals that Steve Pinizzato chipped
Well,
in.
that I know.
Yeah.
Well, he brought some grit. I like Pinizzato.
Pin.
I remember
We should read some reviews. Any new reviews?
All right, we'll check.
Send us in your reviews.
Yeah, that's always
Yeah,
a
send us
good
in
little
some
summer
reviews.
thing for us to read reviews.
But also, while Tyler's looking at reviews, again, 5-second clips of Oilers from 2012 onward. He believes 5 to 10 minutes he could find that clip.
Nope, 5 minutes. Don't even give him that range.
5 minutes. I have the internet in front of me. I just got to find the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There
I
we
love
go.
it. I love it. I can do that. I like
This
this
is a good
idea.
challenge.
Yeah.
I like this. If Tyler can do it, which I don't think you can, that's a lot of hockey games. That's 820 games, lockouts notwithstanding.
I'm very good at Googling.
If you can't do this, though, I think we should turn it into a
random
contest.
play in the neutral zone because of your ability to Google.
Because of like my general knowledge. So like a random play in the neutral zone is going to give me 3 to 4 players who played in that game.
Yeah.
So that right there will give me a rough area.
And you'll see who the opponent is.
I'll see who the opponent is. And then I'll know, okay, they're wearing these jerseys. These guys are on the team. I know it's then an Oilers game from this year or this year. The opponent, if it's Dan Hamhuis on the Canucks, it's like, oh shit, okay, there was only 3 years Hamhuis played there.
Yeah. This might not be as hard as you think.
I feel like you have to find it.
He's doing it
not
off
within
of the
5
information that he sees, not being like, I remember that clip from that game.
That I get. I just 5 minutes is not a lot of time.
Did you hear my That's What She Said, your M-check?
No, I didn't.
When he said that's not hard yet?
Yesterday in my co-ed soccer game, someone yelled out on the
What
other
kind of
team.
teammates you got on that soccer team?
They're good people. He was like, the other team's like captain, and plays going on. Everyone's always yelling strategy bullshit. I really don't understand soccer. I just sit there. And the guy goes, come on, step up. Then he looks at the girl sitting next to him and goes, come on, go take 2 guys at once. And like the whole game was like, and he got to stop. He's like, my bad. And
They awarded a goal to the other team.
But like everyone heard it and like paused and was like, huh? He was like, oh, sorry. Kept playing. It was funny. Anywho, yeah, good episode today, guys. Shout out to AMA Travel. You can head to AMA.
Reviews?
No, there aren't any. People got to leave them.
Oh, come on, people.
There's a new way. I got the email about it a couple days ago to leave reviews and on Spotify. I don't know. I know we have a good amount of listeners on Spotify, so this might work. You can ask your listeners a question. And then I think when they go to like listen to the pod, like the question will pop up.
How do we do that?
Like next week's question. I don't know. I need to look into it a bit more because I do know Spotify has some new feature. That's kind of what we do with.
Because I want to do that on my podcast too. I always have a weekly question.
Yeah.
Like what are you killing time on?
Yeah, I listen to it on Spotify. Ice Spice. You ever listen to her?
I don't like.
I
her
don't get
music.
Ice Spice.
Neither do I. She's an industry plant.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a new Nicki Minaj called Ice Spice.
Oh, I've seen.
Okay. But like suddenly Ice Spice was everywhere.
People love her.
Yeah. But like over a second she developed.
Yeah.
When you look at someone's kickoff album and they have all those features like they do, that's an industry plant.
That's a good point.
Like Drake's first album.
He was
So Far Gone. He had like Bun B and
yeah,
like, it was crazy.
some bangers on that one.
So Far Gone.
Yeah.
I like Skinny Drake.
Skinny, no beard Drake wearing baggy clothes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aubrey.
When
Yeah,
YMCA
he's very
didn't know how to
Aubrey.
market him yet. And he's
Yeah.
like, hi. Hey guys.
What was
He's
his
wearing like Argyle sweaters.
yeah,
from
what was his
Toronto.
character's name on
Jimmy.
Degrassi?
Jimmy.
Yeah, it's
Jimmy Cooks.
He has a song in his new album. Let Jimmy Cooks.
Jimmy Cooks.
Wheelchair Jimmy.
Good stuff.
All right, guys. Good podcast.
Good
Really brought
stuff.
it today. Shout out to AMA Travel, Wilhock Beef Jerky. Find them online or head to West Edmonton Mall. They got a kiosk. It's cool as hell.
Again, email me 5-second clips from Oilers games 2012 until today.
Adam Clendenning.
If he's in there, I want to see him.
And I know I've got it narrowed down to 2 years. It's like
And make sure
14,
you pick a game where the Oilers play someone in the division.
Try to be sneaky. Let's test Tyler out.
Yeah.
Could you identify obscure Oilers based on their team photo?
Yeah.
I don't think I could at all.
Unless it was Matt Frazier, because I didn't think that was a real fucking
You
person.
seriously remember Matt Fraser,
Yes.
and you're not
I
confusing
remember
with Mark.
Paul.
What do you
Sure.
remember him doing? Like, what do you remember about him?
I just remember him being a guy like a Mike Brown. He was just around, but
I
didn't
loved
really
Mike
do a
Brown.
whole lot. Well, we love the mustache.
And he'd throw hammers.
Matt Frazier, career earnings, 1.9 million.
Fucking
Not
nice.
technically retired yet.
Oh,
There's still time for a
33
comeback.
from Red Deer.
could come back. Could
Might-
surprise you.
Signed 4 contracts over his career. His ELC, a 1-year deal with the Stars, a 1-year deal with the Bruins, and a 1-year deal with the Jets. How did he end up in Edmonton?
Waivers?
Yeah, there's got to be a
would've
waiver
had to
pickup.
be waivers.
Yeah, he's still carving out a career in Austria.
Yeah, good for him.
Man,
Probably
playing in
making good
Europe,
money.
sweet.
The best, other than the NHL, of
Which
course.
team in
Yeah.
He's
Claimed
playing
off-
in Klagenfurt.
Claimed off waivers in December by the 2014 Oilers. God, that would have been a tough.
Like, I'm happy to be in the league, but I'm not that happy.
Agent's calling. He's like, hey, man, you got to fly to Edmonton. He's like, fuck.
Whatever. He
Playing
played
for the
30.
home team.
Hey, he helped us get Connor McDavid.
He did not play more NHL games for any other franchise than the Oilers.
He was a part of the Tyler Sagan deal. There you go.
Was he traded 1-for-1?
Yep.
That was a bad trade. That was a
All right.
very bad trade.
We're going to wrap up this episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Leave us reviews.
Who's your favorite obscure Oiler, too?
Yeah, let us know that.
Schaefer.